Motorways, the safest and fastest roads to drive on. They definitely don't mix with turtles. Or do they? Watch how I code a motorway like this one. And yes, this includes all the cars speeding along, travelling at 70 or even 80 miles an hour. Right, so I've done all the boring configuration set up for you. You can pause the video to read the explanations, or you can just skip all of it and let's jump straight in. Right, so first we're going to define a function that's go yeah, a function that's going to draw a road for us. So the whole thing, the road and carriageway. Lane, lane width. These are just basic features of the road. Basic features of the road. Which way it's headed, how many lanes it's going to have, and what's the central x coordinates, and how wide it's going to be, and how wide the reservation is going to be. Oh no, I don't want to purchase anything. Lanes. So now at this stage we're going to just draw the tarmac bits, and then we're going to draw the markings on the top. So we're going to configure first using our favourite word. Okay, maybe not favourite word, but bulldozer. We're going to call the pen bulldozer. Bulldozer dot speed 0. I'm not going to wait forever for the bulldozer to draw. Too impatient for that. Heading. Basically what we've done already. Head up. Basically getting it to the center. So what I've done here is, so headed, if it's going eastwards, westwards, if it's headed towards 0, like which is eastwards, this is what I've set it to. So the bulldozer is going to take its pen off the page. Right now the bulldozer is in the kind of arrowhead shape, which is a default for turtles. So it's going to take its pen off the page, turn left 90 degrees, so now it's going to face upwards, and it's going to go forward, so that it the center of what's the center of what it's going to draw. So that's carriageway width over 2. Actually, no, yeah, like this. The whole sum of all of this. So this includes half of the motorway width, lanes plus far shoulder, central reservation. Half of the motorway. Well, to make sure that it's centered properly, because it needs to be in the exact center of the carriageway so that it can actually draw properly. Draw it nice and fat and wide. Right, now it's set up. Bulldozer dot right 90 to make sure they're facing the right direction again. There's the width, carriageway width. Yep, width, which is basically 25, which is basically grey 25%. I think it's grey minus 25%. It's basically dark. Carriageway width. Yep, because it's going to be very, very wide. And down. Otherwise, what good is it going to do? Just float it across the grass. Like, it's not going to draw anything. What useless bulldozer that would be. And yes, we're going to use a function called macro, which I haven't defined yet. Reserve over 2. Actually, going to be like this. So we're going to define a function called macro now. Road marker. So basically the turtle that we're going to use is road marker. So the position of the y coordinate of the position, which is so x is going to be the x-axis, y we're going to have it around here. So yes, basically the sum of the carriageway. So it's basically the sum of the carriageway width and the central reservation over 2. Go to get. No. Yes. Take the pen off the page. What am I doing? They'll go to -2000, so it starts off the screen. It starts off the screen and it's going to go whoop, like blast through the middle, basically, all the way across. As shown in the intro. Now, there we go. So we've got it set up already. So now it's at the position ready for blast off. Right, range 2 is going to draw a kind of a rectangular formation. I know motorways aren't really like that, but the rectangle, the short sides of the rectangle will be off the screen, so that we won't be able to actually see it. 4,000. So it's going to go from -2000 x coordinate to +2000 y coordinate, and this is the amount of pixels. The screen resolution that I have here is 1920 by 1080, which means that it's going to start from -200. So that's way more than 960 pixels. And it's going to blast forward 4,000 across the thing, which is going to be nice. I'm going to be able to draw it easily. This is nice. Oh, okay, so wait for 100 degrees. What? No, not degrees. Pixels. Turn right 90 degrees. Dude, are you serious? No. What? Why pass ×2? So what we're doing? Y position ×2. So basically switching carriageways. Follow the right. So we follow the rectangular formation here. And so here, this is a command that we're going to use to switch carriageways. Okay, let's try this and see how. Right. No. So the command we're going to do is going to be road 0, so heading 0, 3. So we're going to have 3 lanes. 0, center x coordinate will be 0. 20, which is how fat the lane is going to be, or how wide rather, in pixels, and 10. That's how wide the central reservation is going to be. Let's see how this turns out. And oh, it just disappears in a flash, so we need to do done. Oh yeah, and because Tracer is here, we need to have a command called updates. Otherwise the stream's just not going to change frame. And boom, we have laid the tarmac of the runway. What? No, not runway, the motorway. Okay. All we need now is the markings. So let's close it. No, otherwise we're just going to waste memory. You're not going to. Okay. I'm not going to go anywhere. This is the road. Right, now. Actually, yeah, update. Yeah. Right, so. Oh yes. So the road we've done here, but we now need to add in a function. How to draw the road markings. Hard shoulder, right edge, left edge. Yep. HS. High speed railway. No, but it stands for hard shoulder. One road width plus 5. Sadly, we're not drawing HS2. High speed rail network. But we're drawing motorways here. Right. So we define hard shoulder. How? Road marker. Road marker equals pen. Why is this called road marker? That's actually confusing. Okay, but we've left it now. Okay. Pen. Road marker dot pen up. Road marker dot width 2. Yeah, width 2. Because otherwise it's just gonna be too fat. What good does that do? Yeah. Road markers. You see road markers on the road. They're usually just slim. Like how? Yeah. Up, width, down. I'm not going to use. Yes, whites. Which provides nice contrast to the dark tarmac. Road marker dot down, pen down, so that it actually draws and has an effect. Otherwise, it's just floating in space. What's it doing? They're not flying cars. We're not drawing flying cars. Okay, now we've actually set it up. We're going to draw the hard shoulder now. Nice. No, what are you doing? The hard shoulder edge lines. So basically, the things. Okay, yeah, the lines that are closest to the central reservation. Road marker. Oh yeah, we reused the same concept to draw basically another rectangle. Basically 2 rectangles. Congratulations, I not that the HS. So the HS here, which I failed to explain earlier, lanes times lane width plus 5 is basically how far it is from y coordinate 0. This is what we're going to use to determine where it's meant to be located. And the plus 5 is to accommodate for the required offsets for the central reservation. To be honest, to make this that's right. It's just offset to make it align. By range lanes, mark lane. Oh yeah, we haven't defined actually mark lane yet. Alright. So we're not going to do that. Let's just see how far we've got. Oh, we've actually gotten very far. Just kind of looking so we can see this says clear hard shoulder strip, and here we've got a very wide thin. Oh my god, it's wide. The casual is wide. What's missing is just the lane markings now. That means okay, mark. So we need to define mark lane first. Road marker Y plus. I think it's basically just follow the same concept of mark road. Draw rectangles, but here instead of the pen being down all the time, it's just going to follow a sequence where it's just going to take it on, off, on, and off. So we're using the same concept here, but instead of just going blasting forward 4,000, we're just going to do for IA range 44. Road marker dot instead of this. Road marker dot up. Road marker forward 70. Road marker dot down. Road marker dot forward 20. And this is in proportion to standard road marking configurations on actual motorways, or at least it's close to it. So here, this is totally after every loop. It's just going to go 9,000. It's just going to go 90 pixels forward. 90 times 44 is okay. It's 9 times 440, which is 3,960, which is very close to 4,000 as shown here, which means the standard would be off the screen to the right. Yeah, so we basically created the illusion of a complete motorway. Limits of the boundary. Right, forward, right. Yeah. So we've done with mark lane. So we're going to uncomment that now. We just need to fill in plug it with the coordinates stuff. Road marker. Okay, road marker. Yeah, this is a total. The box we're going to use. Reserve. Divide by 2 plus 5 plus lane width times I, which is a formula that's going to determine how the lanes are going to be aligned. And boom, we have completed the motorway. All that's left to do now is to add cars onto it. Hooray! Congratulations! This is a first half achievement that we've done. Right. The accelerator pedal. And let's bring the car. Right, we're going to create a list. We're going to create a list of turtles to represent cars. Car 2. Congestion equals 200. The congestion measure is just how many cars it's just going to be on. This the number. Also the equal. Right. Congestion. Car not appear. What? So for each car, there's going to be a turtle bot that's going to drive it. This is a westbound carriageway, eastbound carriageway. Yep. Position. Land. Why did I just type land? Right. 10 I times 4. So this 10. So we just go to. What are you? Basically how we're going to space the cars apart so that they're not just colliding against each other. But here, this is nowhere near enough. Here, this is nowhere near enough pixels to have a clear separation. So what we're going to do here is introduce a multiplier to this position. As you'll see later, cars on west eastbound carriageway. For auto in car, it's just a different term for car. Like, you know, the German for car is auto. But yeah, yeah, lots. Auto does reverse a car, like an automobile. Auto.lane equals random 1 3. So we're randomizing the three possible lanes that the cars can be on. It's not actually random, there's a predetermined algorithm for it, but at least it looks random. Because the algorithm is just so complex. Minus auto.lane over 11. So that's going to be the lane speed factor. Yes. So basically here what we're doing is what we're doing here is making sure making sure that the making sure that the cars in lane making sure that the cars in lane 3 is moving faster than in lane 1. Although to be honest, I think actually it's like the other way around because lane 1 would cause this value to be the highest, whereas lane 3 would cause this value to be the lowest. So in Python programming, lane 1 is actually in Python program. So according to this, the rightmost lane is lane 1. Lane 1. Position equals choice. Hopefully this doesn't confuse you. Equals choice post position. So it's just going to choose between the available positions in a list. Position factor. Position times 200. Maybe not 200. I think we need 400. Otherwise it's just going to be too close together. I think it's 800 to be honest. Whoops. Position not remove. Position. Because here we need to actually have a 2 second gap between cars. Otherwise it's just the cars are too close together. If one of them just slows, then the other just crashes through because there's not enough reaction time. But also let's see what we do. Nah, we're not going to have anything. Also dot up. It's just now shape car.gif. Actually we're not going to use car.gif. We don't have car.gif, but let's just use turtle to prove the point we're on. The turtles actually can use motorways despite their slow speeds. Auto.set heading 180. So basically instead of heading east, they're heading west. 180 is ahead of west in the coordinates axes. Auto.go to. So position factor auto lane. Just basically configuring their initial positions, like how they're going to start off the screen and speed along down the motorway. Congrats. Auto the speed equal 7 times lane speed factor plus randits minus 100, comma 100 over position factor. Okay, seven times. Oh, okay. 7 times lane speed factor plus the plus yeah. So yeah, it's just like have little variations for auto cars. The cars are westbound carriageway. So we're going to copy and paste this same here, but for eastbound carriageway. And instead of set heading to 180, we're just going to delete the command like altogether because the turtles are already heading east. And it's not minus 30. Minus 30 would be the one coordinate where the westbound carriageway would be. 20. Yeah, westbound carriageway and eastbound carriageway. Also they times 20. Right. So let's check if we're back. Done it. Yep, 6,800. Okay, so we've finished configuring the cars on the eastbound. Let's just see if it works first. Oh no, it doesn't because I forgot to. Huh? Oh yeah. Because I forgot to define the position for the cars here because I've already exhausted all the positions here because I've removed them all here. So we need to redefine the list again as so that the cars will have choice on the eastbound carriageway. Alright. So let's see if this works. Yep, it still works. Okay. So now this is we'll create the moving car animation for us. So I arrange 30,000 so that it just keeps moving without just freezing while the car's in the middle, still on the middle of the carriageway. Otherwise, what the heck? Like cars don't just freeze all of a sudden, and the simulation would just suck. For auto in car, auto.forward, auto.speed. No, we don't have brackets. For auto in car 2, auto.forward, auto. So we're just going to have 30,000 frames here. for every frame, each car is just going to move forward their respective distance. Update. So it all happens off screen, and so it all happens behind the scenes, and the frame only actually shows where they have completed the little incremental maneuver. Update and watch. Oh yes. What what's the problem here? So, oh, is it just an indent? No, it's not an indent. Let me spell something. Okay, I'm actually check speed. What? Oh, did I just forget to what have I done? Oh, okay. Gestures. Serious. Oh, okay, the bug is here. Because I just reset everything for just reset everything. Like it's the wrong list basically. So let's see, where are the cars? Where are they? Come on. Oh, that's strange. Where are the cars? Excuse me. Seem to be excuse me. Seems to be nowhere. Okay. Might have set it I think I might have set it the wrong way. Oh, let's just right. Lee. Auto.Lee. Right, I'm just gonna set it here because there's just going to be a bug over there. Oh, where are the turtles? Oh, maybe they're all black and something. Okay. Uh, so I have to set the color. Green, yellow. Okay. Haven't seen a yellow turtle in my life, but hey, we're just gonna say it's yellow. Maybe they're hidden in view or something. Am I just forgetting the command update? No, I haven't forgotten the command. Well, are you ready? 30,000 goals. Okay, position. 800, 200, 200. Let's see. Let's see if this actually changes anything. I know it doesn't. What? Oh, there we go. It's just moving so slowly. Definitely not motorway speeds. So they do have cars. I think it's just coming from. I think it's just coming from lots of lag. Right. So let's now replace. So now that we've proven that we can have turtles on the motorway, let's replace them with actual cars. Right? Car.gif. They're shown in here. This is just a little image of a car. 26 by 12 pixels wide. Let's see. Oh yeah. No, I haven't done anything on there. Okay. So how? Okay, I've got cars on the road again. So yeah, they're moving quite well. It's nice. So one, two, three. So a nice one, two. So it seems like there's a nice. So the cars are wide and nicely spaced out. One, two, yeah. So we have finished. So we have finished completing a free-flowing motorway that actually works better. One, two. So yeah, the cars comply with the 2 second rule. We have finished completing the motorway. Wow. Cars are happy with free-flowing. Nice project to have. And yeah, I'll just leave you with a nice animation. Goodbye.